Morning, guys. The topic is file system implementation. We completed different uh, levels of directory structure, and now file system implementation. File system structure, first one. File system provides efficient access to the disk by allowing data to be stored, located and retrieved in a convenient way. A file system must be able to store the file, locate the file, and retrieve the file. And how the structure of the file system. When we use this file system, it is very easy to store as well as identify the location. So if we can easy to store as well as identify the location, then we will definitely retrieve the file very easy, okay, or in convenient way. Most of the operating systems use layering approach for every task, including the file system. Every layer of the file system is responsible for some activity. So if you have to store your data in the form of a file system, it is very easy to access because you know very well about how to store your data in your computer. Suppose if I am going to store my materials, my Naresh folder, we have, I'm going to teach so many number of subjects, so I'm going to put a folder for each and every subject, and then again it contains some unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, and then contains like that. So if you can put the file system, maintain the file system like that, so it is very easy to identify as well as access. See, this is for devices, IO control, basic file system, file organization module, logical file system, and application programs. Or we can application program comes from application programs, then logical file system, then file organization module, and then basic file system, then input output control, then devices. Okay. We have to discuss each and every one by one. When an application program asks for a file, the first request is directed to the logical file system. Okay, whenever we are going to search or asks for a particular file, the first request is directed to the logical file system. The logical file system contains the metadata of the file and directory structure, right? See, we see this one application. Whenever you have sent a request, it first searches for logical file system. This is a hierarchy. So that's what here we explain. Metadata of the file and directory structure. If the application program does not have a required permission of the file, then this layer will throw an error. Logical file system also verify the path to the file. So whatever the file you are trying to request or access, if you are not an authorized person to access that file, then it simply prints an error file. Then the layer will throw an error. You are unauthorized person to access that. Generally, files are divided into various logical blocks. Files are to be stored in the hard disk and to be retrieved from the hard disk. Okay. Uh, Hard disk is divided into various tracks and sectors. Therefore, in order to store and retrieve the files, the logical blocks need to be mapped to physical blocks. This mapping is done by file organization module. It is also responsible for free space management. See here, what is the file organization module role? The role of file organization module is here in general. Files are divided into various logical blocks. Files are to be stored in the hard disk and to be retrieved from the hard disk only. It is as usual in general procedure. Hard disk is again divided into various tracks and sector. Hope you know tracks and sector. The lines which we seen in the hard disk are divided into tracks. Mean lines are tracks, and some of the lines are should be treated as a one sector. Tracks and sectors. Therefore, in order to store and retrieve the files, the logical blocks need to be mapped into physical blocks. Okay, this mapping process is done by this file organization module. Okay, hope you understand the role of this file organization module. It is also responsible for free space management. Free space management means what is the free space available in the system and how to organize. Organization means to which one it is allocated to free space and how much free space is available and like that. All those free space, memories free space is managed by this file organization module. Once file organization module decides which physical block the application program needs, it passes this information to basic file system. The basic file system is responsible for issuing the commands to IO control in order to fetch those blocks. Okay, IO controls contains the codes by using which it can access hard disk. Those codes are known as device drivers. Device drivers. IO controls are also responsible for handling interrupts. For interrupt handling also IO controls are used. Next, master boot record. Master boot record, MBR. Master boot record is the information present in the first sector of any hard disk. It contains the information regarding how and where the operating system is located in the hard disk so that it can be booted in the RAM. MBR is sometimes called as a master partition table because it includes partition table with which locates every partition in the hard disk. Master boot record MBR also includes a program which reads the boot sector record of the partition that contains operating system. Here MBR, master boot record and partition table right here, and the disk partitions are 1 2 3. This is entire disk. Next, on disk data structure. On disk data structure, there are various on disk data structures that are used to implement a file system. These structures may vary depending upon the operating system. So we have some disk on disk data structures. So these are vary whenever the operating system is vary. First one is boot control block, volume control block, and directory structure, uh, file control block. Okay, boot control block. Boot control block contains all the information which is needed to boot an operating system from the volume. It is called boot block in Unix file system. In NTFS, it is called partition boot sector. Next, volume control block. Volume control block all the information regarding the volume, such as the number of blocks, size of each block, partition table, pointer to free blocks and free FCB blocks. Okay, in Unix file system, it is known as super block. In NTFS, this information is stored inside master file table. Next, directory structure for file system. A directory structure contains file names and pointers to corresponding FCBs. In Unix, it includes inode numbers associated to a file name. Next, file control block. File control block contains all the details about the file, such as ownership details, permissions details, file size, etc. In UFS, this details is stored in first node. In NTFS, this information is stored inside a master file table as a relational database structure. A typical file control block is shown in the following image below. File permissions, file dates, create, access, write, file owner, group ACL, file size, file data blocks.